Sheryl's hateful comments towards Caitlin Clark get called out by Elle Duncan. Caitlin Clark has been the subject of constant criticism ever since she arrived in the league. Despite her long-range shooting and court vision dazzling everyone, some just seem to have an agenda against Clark. And the latest name to be added to the list is former WNBA player Sheryl Swoopes. Her recent comments regarding Clark are being put under the microscope. It just feels like there's something there, and I'm not really sure what is not connecting with Sheryl and why. And I don't know if some of that is driven, sort of the hurt she felt from the fan base, or some of the attacks that were leveled at her after she had those comments a few months ago. Sheryl claimed that, now that the Indiana Fever was in the playoffs, and without Caitlin Clark, the team currently supposedly has better players than the Chicago Sky's roster. The former WNBA player has been accused of bringing other players like Clark down to raise Angel Reese's profile as a player and for the Rookie of the Year honors. Duncan talked about Swoopes' previous comments, where she lashed out at the Indiana Fever rookie. The Texas Tornado-turned-coach took shots at CT having multiple attempts during the game compared to her teammates. Swoopes was forced to apologize to Clark for the heat and scrutiny she faced from fans on social media. However, it seems as if she is back to bringing Caitlin and her talent down with anything possible. But even after facing the wrath of the fan base, it appears as if the former Houston Comets player has not yet learned her lesson. The Indiana Fever had one of the worst records in the WNBA last year. This season, the Fever is a win away from being a playoff team. And in reality, a lot of that credit does go to the OA product. So, for Sheryl Swoopes to claim that Indiana got into a playoff position due to the team's overall talent and not crediting CC where she should have been deemed hateful. This year's Rookie of the Year race comes down to Clark and Reese. Now, it'll be interesting to see who comes out on top and how the fans, players, and even the analysts react to it. A fan of basketball since the late 2000s, Avishek Dewal has been covering the game for over 5 years. Having done his master's in journalism and mass communication, Avishek is an MBA sports journalist at the Sports Rush. A fan of the San Antonio Spurs since the Tim Duncan era, Avishek has an extensive knowledge of the sport and has covered more than 1,500 articles. Having a first-hand experience of the sport, Avishek has represented his city and state at a district and national level, and it is the same level of expertise he aims to bring while covering extensive topics both on and off the court of your favorite basketball stars.